Hi, I'm Filippo and I'm a technical educator at the Web3 Foundation. In this tutorial, you will learn how to switch between different RPC nodes using the Polkadot-JS user interface. This is the Polkadot-JS user interface and it displays data of the Polkadot blockchain. We can see data such as block time, the total amount of DOT tokens in circulation, and a progress bar of the current session. If we go on the top left corner, we are presented with different options to connect to the Polkadot blockchain. The first 5 options are public RPC nodes, while the last option here is the live client experimental technology. But what are RPC nodes? RPC stands for Remote Procedure Call, and in distributed computing it refers to the action of carrying out a calculation or more generally executing a function remotely or outside your own machine from which the action is called. The place where those functions are executed are called RPC nodes, and usually they are third-party servers. In this specific example, a user is asking the RPC node to execute the function f of x, and the RPC node is giving back the answer. The Polkadot blockchain is a net of multiple RPC nodes. When we are using the Polkadot.js user interface, we are fetching data from the chain by connecting to an RPC node. We can choose to connect to the 5 public different nodes that we have seen on the Polkadot.js UI, or we can connect to our own node, or we can also connect to a light client. The system is very flexible and allows different levels of security based on users' needs. Back to the Polkadot.js user interface, we will now try to access the Polkadot blockchain using a different public RPC node. We go on the top left corner, and we see that now we are connected to the RPC node that is owned by Parity. We try to connect to another RPC node owned by OnFinality, and we click Switch. Now we are connected to the Polkadot blockchain using the RPC node owned by OnFinality. It is important to point out that these 5 public RPC nodes are managed by third parties and are nodes used by most of the users. Such nodes represent a central point of access and as such potentially a single point of failure. Blockchains are distributed ledger, and as such having a centralized access point goes against the philosophy behind decentralization. The experimental feature live client provides a more decentralized solution to access the Polkadot blockchain. Although here I'm presenting a simplified version of the reality, I would like to present the difference between full nodes and live client. A full node verifies all the transactions within the blocks. It downloads the whole blockchain and it can take hours to be ready. On the other hand, live clients are nodes that are smaller than the full nodes, as they do not store chain data. As such, they cannot verify all transactions in a block, but they are ready in seconds. As a consequence, for simple queries on chain or for doing simple transactions like balance transfers, live clients offer a much faster and decentralized solution. And now back to the Polkadot.js user interface, we will try to access the Polkadot blockchain connecting to the live client technology. Before clicking Switch, we recommend to install the browser extension Substrate Connect. The extension will help to boost the loading time of the Polkadot.js user interface when we are using the live client technology. We can now switch and we are now connected to the Polkadot blockchain using the live client technology. You can also see in the extension here that it appears here that we are connected to Polkadot. It is important to point out that connecting to Polkadot using live clients means that we are connecting to a node within the blockchain that is not necessarily a central access point, like the 5 public nodes that we have here. We can say that accessing Polkadot has become fully decentralized, and that this feature is one of the main building blocks of Web3, that is a privacy-focused, fully trustless, and decentralized internet. This feature is a work in progress since 2018, and developers work hard to replicate the same user experience we have for Web 2 in Web 3. Here you have useful links such as access to Polkadot.js user interface, what is a live client and why you should care, video about live clients and Substrate Connect, and the Substrate Connect extension. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I see you in the next one.